Millions of people eat a banana every single morning, at breakfast, in the gym, on the way to work, but almost nobody actually knows what it's doing inside their body. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what happens to your blood sugar, your heart, your gut, your energy, and even your mood. Plus, a common myth about bananas that's probably wrong. Stay till the end because the answer to how many should you actually eat might surprise you. If you're new here, welcome to Vital Years, where we break down everyday foods and habits using real science, no fluff. Let's get into it. A medium banana has around 105 calories, 27 grams of carbohydrates, and 3 grams of fiber. But the real story is in the micronutrients. It has over 400 milligrams of potassium, one of the highest amounts you'll find in any common fruit. It also has a good amount of vitamin B6, some vitamin C, and a decent dose of magnesium. Each one of these plays a different role. B6 is involved in brain function and mood regulation. Magnesium supports muscle and nerve function, and potassium as well, get into, is huge for your heart. Here's where most people get it wrong. Bananas do contain natural sugar, but because of the fiber content, that sugar is released into your bloodstream slowly, not in a sudden spike like you'd get from candy or soda. A ripe banana has a moderate glycemic index, meaning for most healthy people, it won't cause the dramatic blood sugar crash people assume. But here's the detail almost nobody mentions. The riper the banana, the higher its sugar content and the faster it's absorbed. A green or slightly underripe banana has more resistant starch and less sugar, which means a gentler effect on your blood sugar. So if you're sensitive to sugar spikes, a less ripe banana is actually the better choice. And if you eat an overripe banana on a completely empty stomach with nothing else, you can get a quicker sugar release. That's why pairing it with a protein source like a few almonds or a spoon of peanut butter keeps your blood sugar, energy steadier. That potassium we mentioned earlier helps regulate your blood pressure by balancing out sodium in your body. When you eat too much salt, potassium helps your kidneys flush the excess sodium out, which keeps your blood pressure from rising. Multiple long-term studies have linked higher potassium intake to a lower risk of stroke and improved heart health over time. This doesn't mean a banana is a magic fix for blood pressure issues, but as one small, consistent part of your daily diet, it's a low-effort way to support your cardiovascular system without changing anything else about how you eat. Bananas also contain a type of fiber called pectin, plus, if slightly underripe, resistant starch. Both of these feed the good bacteria in your gut, acting almost like a prebiotic. This can help regulate digestion, whether you're dealing with constipation or looser stools, which is actually why bananas are often recommended during stomach issues or recovery from an upset stomach. Pectin, specifically, has also been studied for its role in helping control blood sugar and cholesterol, adding another layer to why this fruit keeps showing up in dietary recommendations across different health conditions. If you've ever seen athletes eating a banana courtside or trackside, this is why the natural sugars provide quick, usable energy, while the potassium and magnesium help prevent muscle cramps during physical activity. This combination, fast carbs plus key electrolytes, is part of why bananas are a common pre-workout or mid-workout snack for endurance athletes. After a workout, the carbohydrates also help replenish glycogen stores in your muscles, supporting faster recovery. Here's a detail most people never connect to bananas. They contain a small amount of tryptophan, an amino acid your body uses to produce serotonin, the neurotransmitter linked to mood regulation. Combined with vitamin B6, which helps convert tryptophan into serotonin and eventually melatonin, this is part of why some people find a banana a calming, mood-stabilizing snack, especially in the evening. It's not a sleep medication replacement, but it's a small, real biological connection between this everyday fruit and how you feel. Now let's address something a lot of people grew up hearing, that eating a banana at night causes cold cough or congestion. This idea is common in many households, but there's no solid scientific evidence supporting it for the average healthy person. What actually causes that phlegmy feeling some people report is more likely linked to individual sensitivity or unrelated factors, not the banana itself. That said, if you already have asthma or specific food sensitivities, some people do report symptoms. But for the general population, this is more cultural belief than confirmed science. So, does eating more bananas mean more benefits? Not necessarily. Because of the natural sugar and calorie content, doctors generally recommend 1 to 2 bananas per day for most healthy adults. Eating 4 or 400 benefits 5 a day can mean a meaningful jump in sugar and calorie intake, especially relevant if you're managing diabetes or watching your weight. A quick but important note: if you have kidney disease, you should be cautious with potassium-rich foods like bananas, since your kidneys may not filter excess potassium efficiently. This can be dangerous in some cases. If you're diabetic, portion and ripeness matter more for you specifically, so a less ripe banana in a smaller portion is usually the safer approach. As always, this video is educational, not a replacement for advice from your own doctor based on your specific health history. Best time to eat one: either in the morning with a protein source or about 30 minutes before a workout for quick, sustained energy. If you're sensitive to blood sugar swings, avoid eating an overripe banana completely alone, especially late at night. One quick bonus tip: if your bananas are ripening too fast, separate them from the bunch and store them away from other fruits. Bananas release a gas called ethylene that speeds up ripening in everything around them. Keeping them separate or refrigerating once ripe can extend freshness by several days. So to quickly recap, 1 banana a day supports your heart through potassium, helps your gut through fiber, gives you steady energy without a dramatic sugar spike if eaten the right way, and even plays a small role in mood. 1 to 2 a day is the sweet spot for most healthy adults. And that old myth about bananas at night causing colds doesn't hold up to actual evidence. If this changed the way you'll eat your next banana, hit subscribe. We break down a new, everyday food like this every week. And let me know in the comments, do you eat your banana ripe or slightly green? See you in the next one.